Hello there you guys, welcome to one of my videos. Mauricio Pochettinho is on the verge of being sacked by PSG after PSG's loss to Real Madrid in the Champions League. Pochettinho will seek to become Manchester United's next manager. Not so long ago, he said Mauricio Pochettinho wants a Tottenham Hotspur return. Pochettinho was at Tottenham before PSG. Pochettinho did enjoy a 5.5-year managerial tenure with Tottenham. Analysing the vast majority of his managerial tenure at Tottenham, Tottenham were competing in and out of the top four. We revert back to 2018, he got Tottenham to their first ever Champions League final, and at one point he almost won the league when he was Tottenham manager. Before Tottenham he managed Southampton. He only enjoyed a short managerial tenure with Southampton, but he still managed to guide Southampton to their highest ever finish in the Premier League. And before then he managed Espanyol. Pochettinho has been at PSG for over a year. His contract at PSG expires next year. He has won a French Cup with PSG. Not so long ago, the PSG director Leonardo said that Mauricio Pochettinho has never asked to leave PSG. But the news that's coming out regarding Pochettinho, Pochettinho is upset. Revert back to when Manchester United sacked Jose Mourinho. Manchester United should have got Pochettinho, but the club decided to go with Solskjaer instead. So that's the news on Pochettinho. There is a chance that Erik ten Hag will become Manchester United's next permanent manager. Ralph Rangnick wants Erik ten Hag to become Man United's next permanent manager, and there's a lot of Manchester United fans that would like to see Erik ten Hag get recommended in. Erik ten Hag has told Ajax he wants to leave at the end of the season. It said the other week that Erik ten Hag was learning English and he has his heart set on a move to Man United. If Erik ten Hag became Man United's next manager, I think he'd get the best out of the group of players, he'd suit the trappings of the club, and he would be capable of winning trophies. And it'd be good for him to come and manage in the Premier League. He's not yet managed in the Premier League. You've got to admire what he's done at Ajax. He's developed the young players well. He's won a couple of Eredivisie titles with them. Revert back to 2019, he got Ajax to the Champions League semi-finals. Erik ten Hag has been the Ajax manager for around 5 years. Ajax appointed him in back in 2017. His contract at Ajax expires next year. Before Ajax he managed Utrecht. Before then he managed Bayern Munich's reserves, and before then he managed Go Ahead Eagles. Ralph Hasenhüttl is on Manchester United's shortlist for the manager's job. Hasenhüttl is a Southampton manager. The other week it said that Carlo Ancelotti emerged as a candidate for Manchester United after being recommended by Sir Alex Ferguson, but Real Madrid said they're more than happy with Carlo Ancelotti and they have no plans to part ways with him. Manchester United are looking for the 5th permanent manager since Ferguson retired. Ralph Rangnick, he's been Manchester United's interim manager for 3 months. He's Manchester United's interim manager until the end of the season, then he's expected to take up a consultancy role for a further 2 years. Reflecting on the 4-1 defeat to Man City, that was Ralph Rangnick's third defeat in all competitions as Manchester United's interim manager. He's lost 2 games in the Premier League. Earlier on this season it said Rangnick wanted the permanent Man United job. Man United won't offer Rangnick the job on a permanent basis. I think the only way there's a chance he'll get the job permanently, and that's if Man United finish in the top 4 and win the Champions League. You know, Rangnick's aim for this season is for Man United to finish in the top 4. The Champions League is the only chance Manchester United have got of winning a trophy. Manchester United have not won a trophy for 5 years. Unfortunately, Rangnick did not get backed in January, and he actually got promised at the first that he was going to get backed. Man United endured a very disappointing January transfer window because Man United didn't make any signings. We should have let Henderson and Lingard leave in January, but we've lost their exits, and we had the incident with Mason Greenwood towards the end of January. But on the other side of things, Man United let around 8 players leave in January. Before Manchester United, Rangnick was the head of sports and development at Lokomotiv Moscow. Revert back to earlier on this season, Rangnick recommended Ewan Sharping as an assistant coach and analyst. He also recommended Chris Armisen as an assistant coach, and he recommended Saz Chalenzin as a sports psychologist. Manchester United have sacked 4 permanent managers since Ferguson, even though Man United are not really known as a sacking football club. The managers we sacked since Ferguson, we sacked David Moyes, Louis van Gaal, Jose Mourinho, and last year Manchester United sacked Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. So there you go. And in the last 10 years, Manchester United have only won 4 trophies. We haven't won the Premier League since 2013. And in the last 10 years, Man United have spent over 1.3 billion. We've brought over 40 odd players in since Ferguson retired. Let me put into the equation, none of this squad is Rangnick's. You know, Rangnick's inheriting players who other managers have brought in. Woodward, he was one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time, and it was good news from a Man United perspective that Woodward stepped down earlier on this year. Ed Woodward was at Manchester United for around 17 years. Earlier on this year, Richard Arnold replaced Ed Woodward as the new chief executive. The Glazers, you know, they've been one of the biggest issues at the club for a long time. You know, the Glazers are still at Manchester United. The Glazers have owned Manchester United for around 16 and a half years. The Glazers bought Manchester United for 500 million back in 2005. In the summer of this year, I'm expecting Manchester United to make signings. In the summer, Man United will try and sign a midfielder and a striker. On the other side of things, I'm expecting a lot of players to depart the club in the summer. Now, I just want to give you some more news on Cristiano Ronaldo. So, Cristiano Ronaldo has threatened to quit following his Derby Day absence. Ronaldo has held crunch talks with his agent George Mendes over his Manchester United future. Man United have already said that they'll allow Cristiano Ronaldo to leave. We are looking for replacements for Ronaldo. Ronaldo desperately wants to play against Tottenham this Saturday, but I don't know if Rangnick's going to start him. Ronaldo's out of form. You know, he's only scored, one goal in his last 10 games. You know, the last goal Ronaldo scored was the 2-0 win against Brighton. But prior to the game against Brighton at Old Trafford, Ronaldo didn't score in his last 6 games. You know, Ronaldo is the best player in the world overall. He's won over 30 trophies in his playing career, including 5 Ballon d'Ors. And since Ronaldo re-signed for Man United, he's scored 15 goals in all competitions. He's got over 800 goals in his career. And Man United re-signed Ronaldo last summer for 20 million with add-ons included. He wears a number 7 shirt and his contract at Manchester United expires next year. There's an option of a further year. Ronaldo receives nearly £500,000 a week, so reflecting on that, he's the highest earner at Man United. Juan Mata, also expecting him to leave in the summer. Juan Mata's out of contract in the summer. Juan Mata lost his place in the team a while ago. But Juan Mata's had a good career at Manchester United. He's made around 277 appearances in all competitions and he's scored 51 goals. And Mata's been at Manchester United for 8 years, so reflecting on that, he's been a long-serving player. Manchester United got Mata from Chelsea back in 2014. Got him for 37.1 million. Jesse Lingard, he'll also leave Man United in the summer, like I've mentioned so many times. Lingard should have left in January. Lingard's out of contract in the summer. Lingard has been part of the club for a long time. He risen up our academy in that, but he doesn't really get in the team. The second half of last season, Lingard endured a 4-month loan spell with West Ham and he made an impact. Martial and Van der Beek, I think they'll leave permanently in the summer at the moment. Martial's out on loan with Sevilla and Van der Beek's out on loan with Everton. Cavani, I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. Cavani's been linked to a move to Brazil. He was also linked to a move to La Liga earlier on this season. Cavani's expected to leave as a free agent this summer. He's out of contract in the summer. Man United got him on a free transfer from PSG back in the summer of 2020. Cavani not so long ago recovered from a groin injury. He's had quite a few injuries since he signed for the club. Cavani did miss the 4-1 defeat to Man City. Matic, I'm expecting him to leave in the summer. Matic isn't one of our first choice midfielders, but despite that, he still seems to get his opportunities. He's the only predominant centre defensive midfielder that Man United have got. He's out of contract in the summer. He had a shin injury earlier on this season. Matic has been at Manchester United for over 4 years. Manchester United got Matic from Chelsea back in 2017, got him for 40 million. Pogba, there's a good chance he'll be leaving Man United in the summer. He's out of contract in the summer, and earlier on this season it said Pogba will only sign a new contract with Man United if he gets £500,000 a week. I'm hearing that Pogba is interested in a Juventus return. Well, before he re-signed for Man United, Pogba endured 4 years with Juventus and he did very, very well. Earlier on this season, it said Paul Pogba is open to Premier League offers if he leaves Man United this summer. Pogba has not been that good in his last few games. He's been quite poor. But in all the other games, he's done well since he recovered from injury. Pogba's endured quite a few injuries since he re-signed for the club, so he is injury prone. This season has been his 6th season at Man United since he re-signed. He's played over 200 games since he re-signed. He's won 3 trophies at the club so far. Manchester United paid £89 million for Paul Pogba, so reflecting on that, is our most expensive signing at the moment. Jones and Bailly, I'm also expecting them to leave in the summer because they don't really get in the team. I think Man United will look to sell Harry Maguire in the summer because Harry Maguire is not good enough. Harry Maguire was very, very poor against Man City. You know, he received a yellow card for the reckless challenge, which I think was on De Bruyne. He was all over the place at the back, and City's third goal got deflected off Maguire. Prior to the City game, it said Harry Maguire was upsetting his teammates in the dressing room, and Man United players questioned Harry Maguire's place in the team. I can't understand how he's still captain. Well, earlier on this season, Rangnick said Maguire will remain Man United captain until the end of the season, but earlier on this season, a lot of Man United fans were demanding for the captaincy to be taken off Maguire. You know, Man United overpaid for Maguire, got him for 80 million, so he's the most expensive centre-half in the world at the moment, and he's the second most expensive sign at the club, and he's been at Man United over 2 years now, and he's had a few injuries as well since he came to the club. We could sell Aaron Wan-Bissaka in the summer as well. He's not good enough. He isn't our first choice right back under Rangnick, Delors is, but despite that, Bissaka's played, the last 3 or 4 games. And Dean Henderson, he will also leave in the summer because Dean Henderson is our second choice goalkeeper. Henderson doesn't really get in goal because revert back to last summer, De Gea reclaimed that number 1 spot back. Henderson's only made 3 appearances this season. Earlier on this season, he got arrested for abusing his girlfriend. So there you go. So Manchester United's next game is Tottenham at Old Trafford. It is on Saturday. Tottenham are a good team under Antonio Conte. You know, Tottenham have Heung-min Son. He's the best player that Tottenham have got at the moment. They've got Lucas Moura, that's good. Steven Bergwijn, Tottenham got him from PSV. Harry Kane, he's obviously very good. Regarded as one of the best strikers in the world. Harry Kane has been at Tottenham for around 18 years. He's won the Golden Boot with them a couple of times. He won it last season, I think it was. Harry Kane's under contract with Tottenham until 2024. Revert back towards the end of last season, it said that Harry Kane had put a transfer request in. And Man United, City and Chelsea all went in for him, but Tottenham were demanding around £150 million. They have Harvey White as well. Emerson Royal. There's some people that don't rate Emerson Royal, but I think he's quite good. Harry Winks, Tottenham have him. Ryan Sessegnon, Tottenham have him. I don't think he'll be playing in the game this Saturday because Ryan Sessegnon is out with injury. Sessegnon before played for Fulham and Hoffenheim. Oliver Skip, he's been out with injury. Tanganga, he's also out with injury. So Tottenham have like 3 players missing. Sergio Reguilon, he's a good left back. Tottenham got him from Real Madrid. Don't forget Man United went in for him a while ago. They've got Ben Davies, Eric Dyer and Davinson Sanchez. Matt Doherty, Tottenham got him from Wolves. He scored for Tottenham against Leeds at Ellen Road not so long ago. Tottenham also have Højbjerg, that's good as well. Tottenham got him from Southampton. Tottenham's first choice goalkeeper is Hugo Lloris. Let me put into the equation that Tottenham have lost players. You know, in January they lost Dele Alli. Dele Alli went to Everton from Tottenham. Tottenham have lost players like Danny Rose. You know, Danny Rose is now at Watford. They lost Eric Lamela. They lost Toby Alderweireld. They lost Serge Aurier. They lost Christian Eriksen quite a few years ago. When Eriksen left Tottenham, he went to Inter Milan. And now obviously Eriksen's at Brentford. So there you go. Antonio Conte is the Tottenham manager. He's a very good manager. You know, he's got a good pedigree behind him. Tottenham appointed Antonio Conte in November last year. When he got appointed in as a Tottenham manager, Conte, he signed an 18-month contract. Conte has been the Tottenham manager for around 5 months. Before Conte, Tottenham had Nuno Espirito Santo. Tottenham sacked him earlier on this season. Nuno Espirito Santo only endured a 4-month managerial tenure with Tottenham. Before him, Tottenham had Jose Mourinho. Tottenham sacked him. And before Jose Mourinho, they had Pochettinho. And like I said, Tottenham made a bad mistake sacking Pochettinho at that time. Pochettinno did a good job at Tottenham even though he didn't win anything. Tottenham are obviously, 7th in the Premier League now. Tottenham won this fixture at Old Trafford last season, 6-1. But Man United beat Tottenham at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium last season 3-1, and Man United won away at Tottenham earlier on this season 3-0. Like I said, I'm expecting Man United to win. Man United have done transfer business with Tottenham before, because a lot of years ago we got Dimitar Berbatov off them, and we also got Michael Carrick off them. After Tottenham, Man United do play Atletico Madrid in the second leg of the last 16 of the Champions League. Then it's Leicester. It was supposed to be Liverpool before Leicester, but obviously it got postponed because Liverpool are playing in the quarterfinals of the FA Cup. I don't know if that game against Liverpool at Anfield's been rearranged yet. But yeah, Tottenham, you know, they'll be coming into this game full of confidence because they recently beat Everton 5-0. I will be giving you my predicted 11 for the game, I think on my next video, so join me then. So anyway guys, that's everything to update you with. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel if you do consider subscribe as always, and take care, God bless. See you all again very, very soon.